What are the 5 most common mistakes that you may make once you make the intention to eat and live healthier as a professional? Welcome back to Energy for Experts at ravishingraw.com. And by the way, a brand new website is coming your way. I hope to release it by the end of September. I'll keep you updated with that. But there will be new branding, more and very specific focus on the needs that you have, the content that you need to hear or and want, of course, to create lasting results in your health and well-being. So in the meantime, of course, you know that I'm all about teaching and showing you how you can maximize the quality of your productivity, your life, and happiness by mastering your health. And today, specifically, I want to tune in with the mistakes that I notice most professionals make once they make that intention. I want to do something about my health, my well being, because right now I just feel really crappy. I feel tired all the time. I don't have the energy to do what I love doing, to do what I'm best at, and to give my best every day. So here they are, the mistakes. And I notice during transitioning phases that clients are going through. I notice them in their feedback, and I read them in between the lines of their letters to me. And so I think this will serve you to hear what your mistakes may be. And you know what? I acknowledge you for making those mistakes. May sound weird, but I do, because I know that you learn the most out of making mistakes. You can't succeed without making those mistakes first. So here I go. First mistake is, and this may sting a little bit, but it's done with love, okay? This is a little bit of tough love, but you need to hear this if you want to succeed. It's maybe you have not made the real decision to change what you need to change. Okay, what I hear over and over is when people are ready to change something, is the language that they use. They say, okay, I'm gonna try this, or I'm gonna give it another shot, or well, I hope I will succeed this time. But you know what? This is not the language that supports the decision. To make that decision, you have to stand like really strongly in your belief. I'm gonna do this and I will succeed no matter what. I am willing to do whatever it takes to change what I don't like, what doesn't serve my body, my life, my business. You have to make the decision first. That's the first mistake, not making that decision. Mistake number 2 that I encounter all the time is that you may not have a long-term vision for your health, because we're all screwed up in our mind because of all the diets. And diets, what do? They focus on a short term. They focus on a goal after 1 month or 3 months, maybe a year. If you need to lose a lot of weight, you will need some time for that. But then once you achieve that goal, after a month, 3 months, a year, it's gone. The focus is gone because you're there. You achieved that goal, and then you lose the focus and you lose the intention and you fall off the wagon and you go back to where you once were. It happens all the time. And maybe it happened to you as well. And for many, many people, it happens over and over again. It's very discouraging. Why is that? Well, you haven't created a long-term vision for your health. Your health is a state of being that you want to experience. It's a feeling, and you want to feel that every single day of your life. So it does take a daily commitment for the rest of your life. Not just now and then, not just during the week for a few days, and then the weekend you're all off, and then you have to get started from scratch on Monday. No, it doesn't work that way. Your health needs that daily commitment. And so that is how you create long-term results. You can't create long-term results on short-term vision. You have heard me say that before, but it's really fundamental in your success. And so I will keep repeating it until you really get it, okay? Mistake number 3 is not eating enough. In the beginning, when people make the transition from crappy, dense, heavy junk food, a standard American diet, a sad diet, and they start eating fresh meals and light vegetables and fruits, alive, living foods that are plant-based, they all of a sudden they think they're on another diet, where diets, you know, they restrict you in your choices. They take out stuff and then you're sitting on your hunger during the whole time, right? This is not what it's about. My main strategy to start breaking the cycle of bad habits, is a living plant-based diet. Now, you don't have to go all the way if that's not you, that's fine. But it's really about creating new habits that will bring another vibe to you, that will get the energy going, and that will start resolving issues in your body, because your body will heal yourself when you give it the right fuel. It's really about fueling yourself with the right fuel, that your body can digest, so you get the results from that. And of course, when you start eating all that light food, but you're still trained actually and conditioned by all the diets that you have to eat less, that you have to count calories, you're not going to get enough nutrition, you're not going to get enough calories. Now, did you hear that well? You're not getting enough calories? Yes. This is a lifestyle, a diet that works the other way around. It's like, what can I eat today so I get enough calories to burn? That's a whole different approach, isn't it? So when you eat a living plant-based diet, you will have to eat much more before you get to that limit of your calories, and that you really need to get to function well, to have that energy and to burn for that energy. Without burning your food, you can't get the energy. That's the fire inside of you. So we have to get you some calories to burn the stuff. And that is a mistake I see happening, like with every client who starts working with me. They're not eating enough, and so they start feeling weak after a while. They say, well, you know, actually I'm not feeling that great on this way of eating. No, you haven't been eating enough. Isn't that great news? You have to eat more when you are on this way of eating. So mistake number 4 is something I notice with a lot of clients who are starting to eat healthy, is they turn to healthy junk. That's how I call it. It's prepared, pre-prepped food by the industry. Um, Clients are not making enough fresh meals because they're in a hurry, and they're still in the beginning of that transitioning phase where they don't have enough time, because they don't have all the energy yet to create that time to make fresh meals. It's all connected. But maybe that's what has been happening to you as well, you know. Once you decide I'm going to eat healthy, you start looking in a whole different area in the supermarket, and you're buying maybe those pre prepared, I'm really having trouble with that word, foods, like these things that they prepare from soy, all these vegetarian health food things that you start buying and eating, but they are just as crappy as your junk food. They are still delivered by the industry, which is creating food that conditions you and that makes you an addict of their food. So you want more of their food. You're filling their pockets, and you're still not eating healthy. The art really is to make your own fresh meals, and then you will get the results. It's really about eating fresh, eating clean. And you can do that in a delicious way, you know. You just have to learn exactly how you can do that. And it's so easy and time saving, everything that you thought it would not be. That's what it is. You just have to know about it. That's all. So skip the healthy junk food in your supermarkets or in the healthy supermarkets because they're still junk, just packaged in a healthier way, but still not what you need really. The fifth mistake is that you may not be preparing enough yourself, because being prepared is everything. That is, well, you know the saying, um, failing to plan is planning to fail, but this is what it is. When you're not prepared, like by the beginning of a busy week, I can guarantee you that you will fall off the wagon somewhere in the middle of the week. So what can you do? Prepare yourself. Go shopping at an organic farmer once a week in the weekend. Do some meal prep. Cut your vegetables up front. Okay, ideal would be if you would cut it right before eating, but maybe your life isn't that ideal at this moment. So prepare the best way possible. And you can cut your vegetables up front and put them in the fridge. So when you open the fridge, you have everything sitting in there ready to grab and assemble. It's so simple actually. So being prepared is crucial when you are lacking the time to make fresh meals. And you can prepare in many ways. Also mentally, be mentally prepared to eat healthy. Because if you don't prepare yourself mentally, then it's so much easier to say, oh, I don't have time today, or I don't feel like it, you know, I just want to relax. So I'm going to have a pizza, take out a pizza, and you know, it's just once. Well, it always starts with just once, and you know how quickly that adds up, and uh, it adds up in going back to your old patterns and old eating habits. So these are the 5 most common mistakes that I encounter with most clients I start working with in the emails that I read and in the posts in comments that I get on Facebook. So if you can adjust those mistakes, just check in with yourself. Which are the mistakes that I'm making? Try to adjust them and start with one. It doesn't have to be the 5 at once. Just start with one mistake that you're making and adjust that one mistake, and you're good to go. So if you like this, like it and share it with your colleagues, your business partners, because they need to hear about this so they can really take charge of their own health and energy and well-being as a foundation of a successful, strong, solid business and success. So if you need me, I'm here, because you know, health is your business, but it's my passion. And you can always email me at mchermans@mac.com, or just comment here below and I'll get back to you. See you next time. Bye.